On today's show, we're joined once again by Tope from Balloon Inspirations, and he shows us how to make this amazing go-to birthday design. We have a look at how you can create these little bits in the middle of the flowers, how to create a beautiful bubble effect, and how to use textures in a design to make it all come together. Hello, Greg from Balloon Market here, and welcome to BMTV. And as you can see, once again, we've got Tope from Balloon Inspirations wearing his Qualitex hat, t-shirt, whatever. So everything you're using today is, all the balloons anyway, are going to be, I don't even know what you're going to do. It's going to be Qualitex, so that's good. Anyway, Tope, welcome back.
Thank you very much for having me.
Hey, it's always fun to have the best smelling guest ever back on the show. I'll talk about that every single time. Right, we're going to get straight into it. What are you going to make?
Okay, well, now I'm going to make a birthday bouquet. Again, one of our, one that goes out, you know, my go-to if someone wants something whipped up and they haven't booked on time. It's something I can just whip.
So this is somebody coming into the store and saying, sorry, I totally forgot to get something. What can you do quickly?
Give me, you know, 45 minutes. I'll throw this together so I don't have to think about it.
Okay.
So.
Cool.
Is it okay to assume that your listeners,
the viewers.
The viewers. Yeah. The viewers already know certain things that I don't need to...
A cluster of 4 and making a base has been covered many, many times. I don't even know, have we done a BMTV Balloon Basics on that? We must have done. On a base? I don't know.
Okay.
But anyway, it's 2 clusters.
We can do that.
No, that's fine.
As a team.
Well, we could do that later. Yeah. But yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So this is a cluster of 4 balloons, 10 inches at the bottom, and 8 inches. You know. So the main, the focal point for this design is this heart. Okay. You know, which I'm going to tie. Which I'm going to use like a loose 260Q balloon. Okay.
So these are chrome gold. What's this?
Chrome gold and chrome rose gold and chrome gold. Yeah.
I really like the chrome copper. I think I used one of those with Julie recently. Really nice.
That's
By
really
me
nice.
saying I used it, Julie showed us how to do something, and I just stood there and watched.
I get you. So literally just going to roll the 260Q on the bottom of the balloon and tie to the base. Now there's a weight on this.
Yeah.
Already. And you can use like a water weight or like a tassel weight.
Or
so
sand weight?
Sand weight, anything, as long as it just sort of holds it like that.
I remember first learning that when you add a weight, you're not just doing it for practical purposes, but it makes it feel more quality.
More quality.
It's worth more.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, because obviously, you know, balloons being light, and it was just like, I'm like, okay, I'm paying 50 quid for this.
Exactly,
you know?
exactly.
So
cool.
Size and weight matter.
Simple so far?
Yeah, it's quite simple so far, and I'm going to take this and put it on here.
Okay.
Can we still see that? Because I need to have it at a level where I can work.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the next bit there is I'm going to try and secure that onto there. And I'm going to do that by using sellotape and my...
Oh no, I've lost the end, Tope. That's always terrible when you do that.
It's all right. If we can find that, I can use the...
Got it. There you go.
Thank you very much. I had a pair... Oh, good. I was thinking, I'm pretty sure I had a pair of scissors handy. I had one on my waist earlier, but... So literally going to take the flap there and tape that back. Don't need to worry about keeping it neat and because, you know, it's not going to be seen.
It's going to be the back,
yeah, it's going to be the back. So the 2 points where I want this secured to that is there and there.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my balloon bond.
It's amazing how much balloon bond is used on BMTV.
Really?
It's so popular for everybody that comes on and creates.
So I'm going to place my first one there. And my next one is going to be round about there. So
It's a bit cold in here because of the air conditioning being on, so
Okay.
it might
struggle to take,
struggle
but
to take, but
yeah.
we'll see how it goes. So when are you next going to be out of the country?
I'm going to be in Chicago first week in August,
Okay.
teaching for the North Illinois Balloon Convention, and then I'm back home for a wedding, and then I'm back to Vegas for another convention.
Oh wow,
So
cool.
should be interesting.
Do you like travelling?
I do like traveling. I don't know too many men who don't like traveling.
I
You
know, but
it's-
sometimes I used to do a job and I ended up I did 63 flights in 1 year.
Okay.
I ended up not enjoying travelling quite as much.
Okay, because that's like every week, literally every week.
Yeah, sometimes
That's
it was 2
63.
flights a week, and it was not.
Because
not
you don't
nice.
get to see the cities when you do that.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
It's
But-
when I was working on the ship, so I would
Yeah.
join a ship and then fly to another one, and fly to another one. So it sounds very exotic.
Yeah,
but
but-
you're doing a job. And there was one flight that I went from, I think it was Perth in Australia to Puerto Rico
Yeah.
in the Caribbean, and because of there was some strikes and things, it took me 42 hours. It was horrible. It was absolutely
bet.
horrible. I had to change twice. Oh, it was nasty.
Oh,
But yeah, I enjoy travelling. Airports have got better and better.
yes. I love airports.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually literally go in early just to hang out in the airport.
Yeah.
And try out fragrances.
Of course, yeah.
So what I have done ahead of time was produce like a bubble thing, so which I'm going to attach to the top there, and then have it kind of flow down to the to the bottom there, and
Yeah.
that's part of that down there as
So
well.
how did you make that?
This is just clusters of 3 balloons, 5-inch in diamond clear. And we've cut off the necks,
Okay.
say 1 or 2 showing. So I'm just going to show you there. Where it's just cut off that because it shows in between.
And what have you attached it to? Have you got fishing line?
Fishing line,
Okay.
yes, because we want to keep it as clear as possible.
Yeah.
So for this, I am going to use the H technique to attach the bubble to the bottle. That's the one. It's only early. I shouldn't be tired yet. Okay. And I must say, I never leave home without my box of stretchy balloon tape. It saved me a whole lot of times. They are the best glue. So just secure that.
So you say it saved you.
Yeah.
What's the worst problem you've ever had on site? Where has it gone wrong the most?
Oh, do you know what? It's interesting. I am struggling, and I know there have been a lot, and I'm struggling to remember because we usually save the day, if that makes sense.
Okay,
it never becomes a disaster that becomes obvious. Okay, good. I'm glad I remembered one just now.
Okay.
So I had to go and do this job in Nigeria. This client wanted a balloon wall, an exploding balloon wall.
Oh, yeah.
So you build the wall, it explodes at the touch of a button, and to see the new logo.
Okay.
And of course, they had to pay a lot of money to have me out all the way out there. So
Yeah.
everything is hinging on a button, you know.
Yeah.
Of course, you get nervous. I don't care if you've got nerves of steel, you still get nervous,
Yeah.
you know. Literally about 5 minutes before we were supposed to press that button, someone noticed that a connection, and I'm pretty sure we connected it, but someone, while the rest of the crew might have unhooked it or something like that. And if they had pressed that button 5 minutes later, the wall will not have exploded.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, it's not my most favorite things to do because
Yeah.
I like to be in control.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
just one thing where
Oh.
where you're not as much in control as you might like to be.
Yeah.
So that's an issue for me. So that almost didn't happen. And had the wall not gone off on cue, I think we would have been panicking to find out what was going on.
Yeah.
And it would have been a struggle to get it,
Yeah,
and it would have been
yeah.
quite embarrassing. So, yeah, that's
Lucky.
a near.
See, I'd be more nervous about the other thing happening. So you've got the wall,
Yeah.
and it could go off before it's supposed to go off, because that would be more terrifying.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
there's nothing you can do then.
Yeah, well, I guess, you know. So we can put this on the table now, I
Okay.
think, because I just need to secure this to the side, which I'm going to do. Yeah. So that happened at my brother's wedding.
Oh, really?
Yes, but it was my brother. I think about half an hour before the bride came in, one of the boys who was working for me, and I had to have local staff, so they're not my regular staff. And they were messing around, and one of their balloons exploded before the bride came in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that has happened to me before.
So how do you do an exploding balloon wall and connect it to the button? What do you use to explode the balloons?
There are different methods you can use to do it. You connect the balloons in a series, but Conwin has this really great equipment that they have for that
Yeah.
to work.
Yeah.
Where you just I used the Conwin
Okay, all right.
one because it was easier
Yeah.
to have the connections made and stuff like that, and then you set it and then you just press a button.
Yeah.
There's also the squib method, which
Yeah.
you fire. So it
Yeah.
is quite an interesting. So now bubbles. I know a lot of people struggle with these bubbles, so I'm just going to do one demonstration.
Okay.
For anyone who might struggle, and probably point out a tip.
Okay, I'll put this down for a second.
Yeah,
while you're
thank
doing
you.
that.
So this is a Diamond Clear 260Q balloon,
Yeah.
which I've inflated with 4 puffs. Okay, so literally the trick here is to make sure you always hold the first bubble and hold the last bubble. The last bubble could be the length of this. So that. And as long as you hold the first bubble in your hand and you always hold this, you are okay. So I tend to twist about 3 times. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And then keep going. And see, you can secure that like that. And then go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
And I guess it's just experience. That
Is experience.
You get used to how big they should be.
Yes. And even in doing it as well, it's just the experience. You have to practice, People expect to get this once. And, when people say, oh, you make it look so easy. And I was like, well, no, this is like 28 years of, doing the same thing over and over again. And so it comes real quick, and that's how you bubble.
Wow.
And it's quite,
It looks good with the
useful.
clear balloons.
Yes, it's quite useful. I mean, there's another design we're going to have later as well, where we're going to use those bubbles. But for now,
You mean the next time you come in?
Yes.
That's what you mean. isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's assuming I'm invited back.
Oh, you're invited back.
So.
So you're just mixing up different sizes, really,
Yes.
just to make it a bit more
Yes.
interesting.
Yeah. So.
So you're just putting those in a bit randomly where
Yes.
you want?
Yeah. Just again, you know, they're bubbles. They're not really. They're not going to be all the same design all
Yeah,
the time.
yeah.
So at the end of that, I'm just going to secure that to the base of that with a bit of balloon bond. Yeah. So you
Very nice.
get that.
Yep.
Okay, so the next thing I'm going to add to this is, again, pre-inflated that, and just going to have that there.
All right, cool. See, what would we do without balloon bond and stretchy balloon tape? We just couldn't do this. Our
no,
industry would
yes,
just
yes.
not be able to cope.
Yeah, I don't know how we could before they came.
I
you
know.
Yeah, this is, if you don't have this, this is from Click Click. And
Yeah.
you can get both a balloon market here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can get this from Qualitex as well.
So how often do you go over to Nigeria?
Once or twice a year.
Okay.
I've got family back there.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm going to put that there. Just secure that and then look for where that touches.
So you went to university in Nigeria, is that right?
I did. I
Okay.
did. One of the more popular universities, University of Lagos, which everyone knows Lagos.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I went to University of Lagos. Studied.
So what brought you to the UK?
Well, I was born here, so you know it was always inevitable that I was going to return. So yeah, and then I am going to show you like a flower, which I'm sure again you would have seen.
Everybody
from
does it
other
slightly
people.
differently, don't they? So
Yeah. So I tend to just have like a small loop like that, twist that in, and then send that right back in there
Yep.
to make sure it's secure for my first loop. And then, because every time you twist, the balloon gets tighter. So I tend to depress it slightly so that it's soft every time.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to make my second loop like that. And once this is done, it's just easy to roll it over. So every time, just a slight depression, and then roll it over and fold it in. And you don't need to do that for more than once. You just do that. And after a while, it just gets really, really easy to do.
it's easy with the chrome as well, isn't it?
Yes,
Because it's
yes.
nice and soft
Yes.
and quieter than normal latex.
It's a different type of noise, isn't it?
Yeah. You go for 7. Wow.
I like 7. It's fuller. Again, your client's, his value, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, I don't like those 4-petal flowers.
No.
It just doesn't work for me. So just twist that in, and you have your 7-petal flower. I mean, sometimes when I've got time on my hands, I go for an 8-petal flower.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. So, like
Very
that.
nice.
Yeah. So, I have gone ahead to do that
Oh, look at those.
like that.
That's really nice.
So we're going to put that like that there.
So how did you do this? Is this all part of this same balloon, or is that different?
It's a different balloon. What I'm going to do, thanks for pointing that out, because I'm going to show that
All right,
in a
okay.
minute.
Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself.
No, it's not you. I'm glad you pointed that out, but I wanted, okay, yeah, I can put that in, that flower, just for a difference. So, stretch your 260Q. It gives you a slightly thinner width, if you want that.
Yeah.
If you don't, then obviously you don't need to stretch it. So you twist that, and then take the head there, push it right back into itself to create like a tulip twist, and twist that while you have the knot underneath like that, because that's what holds it in place a couple of times, and then just grab that and slide that underneath the flower like so.
Perfect.
And you have that. So when, you know, and you've noticed that through the back there, I've got the curve there. So what I want, because I don't want you can put a turn into it by twisting, but I don't want that. And so whatever bend you want, you do that. And slightly massage the outer edge of the balloon like that.
Yeah.
And you would have that curve that, you know, I've got there.
Cool.
Okay. So there are two ways to tie this in. You can have your 260Q, like I've done there, and just place that there. Or you can use balloon bond or glue, but I'm going to tie that in there like that. Let's put this on here for a second.
Okay.
And then I'll tie it and return it to a place where you can see them. Okay, so it's all coming together now, isn't it?
It is, it's looking good.
So, you know, there are two ways again. I mean, obviously, you don't want that there. To finish that up, you could use like a balloon bow. You make a 260Q out of a bow. But I like textures in my work. I like different textures because it just adds, again, value to it.
Yeah.
And I have, I got this from Balloon Market right here.
You've been out in the warehouse again. Okay, all right.
Do you know what? This time I went underneath the table.
Oh, it was under there, was it?
Yeah, it was there.
Yeah, here it is.
It was
Look.
there for the taking. Let
me see if somebody wants to use that. What is it? It is Eleganza Sparkle Wired Edge Ribbon. And this is gold, a light gold.
Yes, it's a light gold, but it also has, you know, it feels like it was meant to be, Greg. It just has this tinge of like rose gold. You can see the rose gold through it there. Yeah. And so, you know, and can you see what that does to, you know, lovely. Immediately, you know, everything's balloons and it's great. And for whoever is going to buy this, it's not going to complain if this is not there.
Yeah,
but the minute you put that there, think how much more you can charge for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this I'm just going to, actually I can probably get away with just tucking that in. Can the camera still see us? Are we okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So always clean the edges of your ribbon. It's just really important.
Always clean them?
Yeah, as in make it sharp.
Oh, I see, okay.
You know.
Yeah.
So.
That's lovely.
And to finish that off completely, I have made some split duplets, which I'm going to slide underneath and just add a bit of, you know, extra va-va-voom to it. I think it just needs 2 more.
So this is your standard birthday quick design.
Yes,
it looks stunning.
This is something we would send out real quick, and you know, it doesn't. I don't have to think. You know,
it's not a $5.99 18-inch helium-filled balloon, is it?
No. And do you know what's interesting, Greg? And this is what, you know, if you want balloons from a certain organization that I'm not going to name, you know, you go there and you will get $2.99 balloons, you know, but this isn't, you know, if you want something bespoke,
yeah, it's a different product.
If you want a service, you know, if you want art, this is what we do.
Because some people do say that it's like we're competing against the shops.
No.
Well, if you're not really,
you've got it wrong.
It's a different product.
Yeah, you've got it wrong, completely wrong.
Yeah.
You're selling a piece of a work.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, Tope, I'm going to put this down for now.
Yes.
And then, as a guest on BMTV, as you now know, you get to ask everybody the question of the week. So, what question would you like to ask everybody out there?
What's your favorite color?
What's your favorite color? Just what's your favorite color?
What's your favorite color?
Okay. What's your favorite color? Leave your comments down below on Facebook and on YouTube. What's your favorite color?
What is your favorite color?
Now, this is interesting. My favorite color is orange. I love orange.
Okay.
But I'd never wear orange clothes.
Yeah.
But I just like the color orange.
Okay.
So that's my favorite color. What about you?
I like green, but it has to be a particular type of green.
What kind? You know, dark green, light green?
Yeah, the kind of green you find in the army, you know, it's sort of like, I don't know if it's called hunter green.
Okay,
sort of like, it's almost like a mix of green and brown.
Yes.
You know, that kind of green, yes.
Oh, interesting.
So,
cool.
yeah.
All right, well, there you go.
Let's hear yours.
What is your favourite colour? Leave your comments down below on Facebook and on YouTube. Tope, thank you so much once again for coming in. And thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do hit that button and hit the little bell icon and you'll be notified every time we upload a new show. Check us out on Instagram and check us out on TikTok as well. Stay happy, stay positive, and I look forward to seeing you all again next week. Bye.